is the purpose of a financial model through a real life example. Then we will touch base on the opportunities that you can expect as a part of your financial modeling career or as a financial modeler. And the most important, what are the skills that are required to become a financial modeling expert? The soft skills, the technical skills, everything that is needed to know about it. So, jumping on to the first and the foremost, what exactly is a financial model? So, this can be understood in two ways. The first way would be to understand the mechanics of a financial model, and the second one would be to understand the application of a financial model. So, let's first understand the mechanics. Look at what I'm going to draw now. So, let's say there are certain inputs that you give a command about, and then they are being processed, and an output is shown. This processing of the inputs and portraying the outputs is what a financial model does. This can be understood in relationship to a calculator. So you must have used a calculator at your home, a Casio one or another one, or maybe a mobile application. What it does, you give it a command 5 plus 4, it processes it and gives you an output 9. And that's similarly the job of a financial model. It has to be a dynamic spreadsheet. Spreadsheet, for example, MS Excel. The purpose of the dynamic spreadsheet is to make a financial model which can be used for different purposes, but acts as a tool, as a calculator based on which the management of the company takes different decisions. Now, let's understand it from a different perspective. Let's say there is a company XYZ Limited. This is into publishing business. They publish books, for example. And there are different types of books. There are, let's say, three types of books. The first one is an academic book, which they supply to schools and school students. Then there are comics, and then there are newsletters or white paper type of thing, wherein they publish something that is more on the information heavy, not the books related to the school or college. Now, they want to understand how their financial modeling can be done for their business so that they can take better decisions. For example, they are planning to launch an ebook concept, which is still in a beta stage. They don't know whether it would be a good decision, whether it not be a good decision. They want to analyze their company's decision, and that's where financial model will be helpful. So, for example, let's say they have been given certain data that in 2024, their total revenue was, let's say, 10,000 rupees. I'm taking some easy numbers, out of which the academic books were 5,000, the comics were 3,000, and the newsletter was 2,000. Now they expect that in the next year, their revenue will grow by 20%. So this will become 12,000. And they are also going to launch ebooks. Ebooks will form a portion that is going to be 10% of this, so 1,200. That means the difference of 10,800 would be split among the initial three lines. So this is something that businesses do using MS Excel, wherein they will automate this 10% growth and or 20% growth and see what if happens if it is a 30% growth, or what happens if it's a 15% growth. What happens if the this price, let's say this is 50 units at 100 each, that translates to 5,000. Now, what if the price increases? What if the units go down? So different scenarios. All of these are tested through a financial model because the founder, the management, the CEO of the company cannot wait for the next 5 years to travel and see how the business would look like 5 years down the line. They use financial models to create a visualization of what the business performance would be after 5 years, and this helps them take good decisions at the moment. So financial model is a forward looking tool. That's how we call it, as forward looking tool, which helps businesses take decisions. Now, what are the type of decisions? The decisions could be related to investment. It could be related to growth. It could be related to acquisitions. It could be related to any business decisions which involves large amount of money, large amount of analysis, large amount of data. So that's what exactly is a financial model. Now, there are certain categories or types of financial models that people use in the industry that the analysts focus on. The first and the foremost is a three statement model. It's used by corporates for their budgeting, for looking how the business plan would unfold in the next 3 years or 5 years. Then LBO, M&A, investment, all these models are prepared by the analysts in different professions, and all of them have a use case. Now, for example, we are preparing a financial model for publishing business. That's what we start. So, what is going to be the revenue schedule? We are talking about four different categories: the comic books, the newsletters, the academic books, and the ebooks. We are going to talk about the different demand and supply of this. For example, we expect that the comic books, it was earlier, let's say 100 units. Every year, the units will grow by 10, 110, 120, 130. So this is going to be reflecting the demand. And then based on the inflation, the price is also going to grow. So we can calculate the net revenue. For example, e-learning is a new thing. We want to give the customers 10% discount. We can charge that. So all these variables, whether it is price, quantity, discounts, and seasonality of the business, like which month, how much, all of this is captured through a revenue schedule. Similarly, COGS and expenses. What is going to be the raw material? How are we going to project the salaries? How are we going to project the IT cost? All this comes under the category of COGS and expenses. Working capital, very important. Current assets minus current liability. They talk about the short-term liquidity of the business. How is going to be their inventory? How is going to be their accounts payable? So all of that. Then our fixed assets and depreciation, non-current assets. Obviously, this business requires a lot of machinery. So we have to be intelligent in forecasting the model for the manufacturing entity in a way that our machineries and depreciation are recorded in a right manner. So depreciation can be done through straight line method, written down value method, different methods. So we have to identify which one would be appropriate. And whenever the machinery is becoming obsolete, we have to decide the capital expenditure because the business cannot rely on old machinery with the growing demand. So that needs to be taken care of. Loans and interest and shareholder equity, they would help you with the capital structure of the company. For example, for launching the new business, we want to get a new software and we want to borrow the money from bank. Then what is going to be the interest rate? What is going to be the tenor of the loan, how much EMI, all of that would be calculated as a part of the schedule. And if there is anything extra that you want to do, maybe a definite or a detailed schedule for salaries, maybe a detailed schedule for any other item of your income statement or balance sheet, that would go under the category of miscellaneous. So financial model is not only like three, four Excel sheets in a workbook. It is much more than that. You have to create in a structure that has a cover page, that has an index, that has some charts, dashboard, all the financial statements and schedules, and everything that would complete it as a story. So that's very important. And now we know what exactly is a financial model. We can talk about the career pathways to it. If you would do a financial modeling course, irrespective, the skill that you will attain would be helpful in getting into investment banking, getting into private equity. So you will be doing different types of financial roles. It could be a corporate role through a FP&A team. It could be an investment role through investment banking, private equity, or venture capital. It could be planning and strategy through project financing. It could be skewed towards equity markets, equity research, skewed towards debt market, debt syndication, or credit research. Again, M&A is gonna be more of the transactions. Valuation, it's a specific skill set that's covered in the financial modeling. So all of these are gonna be your future career options, and you have to choose which one works best for you. And to attain all of this, there is a specific skill set that you need to know. You need to understand that if we talk about that publishing business again, first of all, you need to understand what are the three financial statements. You should be proficient in understanding the different line items of the three financial statements that are income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. And that's what is part of the finance and accounting. Then you have to build a financial model. So you should be aware about MS Excel. So that's gonna be covered in the Excel mastery. You need to know the different formulas. You need to know the different shortcuts to do it. Now, there are different types of financial model. So which one are we gonna prepare? Are we gonna build one for acquisition or for loan or for general projections? That is something we have to decide. So the technique and application would depend. Certain models would vary based on the purpose. And now, if we have prepared a financial model and we are planning to do a valuation, then that's gonna be the next thing. Broadly, valuation can be done through three methods: income approach, cost approach, and market approach. So we have to decide which approach to take. Income has DCF, capitalized earning. Cost has NAV. Market has the trading comps and transaction comps. So there are different approaches to do valuation. Now, let's say if this publishing business goes under a transaction, they are getting acquired, or they are planning to acquire, or someone is planning to buy this business through debt. So, or this company is getting listed on the stock exchange. So, different types of models would be required to be built. And that's what's gonna be the use case of IPO model, LBO model, and M&A model. Now, we have been talking about publishing business, which is again into the education sector, but a manufacturing side of thing. You could be in real life working on a real estate model or oil and gas or banking or any other sector. So that's what's gonna be covered in the different sector specific models, because every business is different. A bank operates differently as than a Swiggy app, and Swiggy app operates differently than a manufacturing automobile company. So every company's business model is different, and that's what is gonna be part of the curriculum to ensure you get exposure to different models. And once you understand all of the financial modeling, you understand the foundation. These are the foundation modules. Then these are the core modules. So once you understand, you have to understand and get your hands in the visualization and dashboards. You will be taught about PowerPoint. You will be taught about AI. You will be taught about Python. You will be taught about ChatGPT. You will be taught about Tableau, Power BI. All of these are the skills that are required for this age of financial modelers. It Gone are those days when Power BI and Tableau were only restricted to data analytics and PowerPoint was only restricted for report writing. This day of today's financial modelers need to have this knowledge so that they can make real-time meaning out of their financial models. And once you complete all the course, it's not gonna be like you completed the course, you will get a job. Answer is no, because the course completion, irrespective this institute or whichever institute, no course can get you a job until and unless you learn the skill. And there is a way of learning the skill that we have discovered the formula. So once you are going through the modules, there will be assessments at every module. It will not be that, hey, at the end of the course, you have to prepare a model and that's it. No, it doesn't work like that at IIM schools. You have to clear an assessment at every module. And if you are unable to clear the assessment, let's say at the module of accounting, you will not be allowed to move to the next one, because we want you to learn and not just rush in the course. So you will be given another opportunity to redo the module, and that to live. You can attend the classes again, redo the assignment, redo the assessment, and then move to the next one. So once you have completed the assignments which are in the module, you will be asked to make financial models from scratch. And they would be real life financial models, maybe for a deal, maybe for a LBO deal of a hotel, maybe for an acquisition deal for a tech business. That's what you are going to cover. So once you have completed that, then the next part would be working on your automation, making the macros, making the VBAs, and automating your workbooks. And on the successful completion of this, you will be awarded with an IAM Skills certificate. Then you will be given an opportunity to work with brands like JP Morgan, Citibank, BCG on the live projects by them, so that you can get your profile enhanced plus an industry relevant exposure through the capstone projects, which will be offered by the IAM Skills collaboration. Once you are done with that, now you have what? You have knowledge that we teach you in the course. You have the skill that you attained by building models from scratch. Then you have industry exposure. Now you are ready to sit for the placements. And but before that, there is one more important thing, that is LinkedIn and CV optimization. That is what we are gonna touch base on. We will give you one-on-one mentorship to ensure that your CVs and LinkedIn profiles are optimized and are recognizable in the market for the keywords that you are targeting for your job. Once you are done with that, the next step is the mock interview. You need to be able to present your skills in an conversational manner, and that's what we are going to teach you. So the course is not only that you complete the course, you get the job. No, you have to complete the course, get your hands dirty into the modeling, prepare a portfolio of your models that need to be added to your CV, then attain these certification for capstone projects, again goes to your CV. Then once you are optimized your LinkedIn and CV and mock interviews, sit for your internships, which will be compulsory internships and mandatory to be offered by IIM Skills through their partners. And once you are done with that, you are ready to hit the floor. You are ready for the jobs. Okay. Now I'll pass it on to the counseling head for the further steps. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varun sir, for the lovely explanation about the domain. I would like to share my screen now. Give me a moment. So meanwhile, I request everyone, if in case as of now, if you guys have a question, you can let me know your questions. I am also enabling you if somebody wants to unmute and ask questions.
Hello.
Yes, Soham, if I'm
Yes.
not. Hi,
Yeah. Am I audible?
I can hear you very well, Soham. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I really like the explanation about how this course would be carried on. But
Great.
another important thing that I wanted to discuss is I do not have prior degrees in masters for finance, and
Okay.
also I am a CA dropout. But I still want to get into the investment banking side of this industry.
Mm-hmm.
I learned digital marketing, masters in digital marketing. But
Okay.
then after working 1 year, I saw no growth in this, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I wanted to shift into investment banking. As initially it was my forte, but due to my CA reasons, I was not capable. So, will this be helpful for me? Will doing only the course and the projects, as well as you told the capstone projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, will it be sufficient for me to get into this industry of investment banking, or should I focus on something else?
Got it. Soham, what is your academic background? If you can give more clarity upon that portion.
Yeah, okay. 11th, 12th, I've done commerce from Pune, and after
Mm.
that, I done BCom,
Mm.
where I specialized in cost and works accounting. And after
Okay.
that, I did MBA in digital marketing from Pune itself.
Okay. In which year you completed your this MBA?
Last year, 2024, July.
2024 only. It means there is no, I would say, a gap that we have to justify if I'm not wrong, right?
No gap for justification. 1 year, I worked as a digital marketing
Hmm.
executive in two companies.
Hmm. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. See, Soham, the best part with you is there is no gap, first of all, okay, that you are supposed to justify. The kind of profile you hold, only the course will not at all help you. That is something what Varun sir has already mentioned. Whenever there is an opening, when a company hires, they always look at multiple things, multiple parameters. The most important part, what they are focusing upon, that is the practical understanding of a in specific domain that we are talking about. Let's say we are talking about financial modeling at this point of time. Now, whenever there is a company which is hiring for a fresher, they will always validate you on few parameters. Number one, practically how strong you are in terms of the overall process. Financial modeling is all about how well you are able to do the research or how well you are able to read the past statement of a particular company, the history of a particular company. Based on that, what are the company's goal, and to achieve those goals, what sort of strategies the company should apply. If you are able to have a great, I would say, report upon that part, and later to it, if you are able to provide with certain models that, okay, this is something on which the company should go ahead for next 5 years down the line, then the company will be getting benefit out of it, and your models are actually explanatory enough for a company, then definitely the company will be considering you. So number one part, the practical implementation, how strong you are. Number two, if there is a good company, definitely they will be looking at your academics, that okay, what you have done in your academics and from where you have done. Okay, there should not be any gap, because most of the good companies, they are not considering I would say more than 2 years of gap, right? So you should not be having that gap. Number three, you should be having valid certification, so that they should at least shortlist your profile in the initial stage, then only they will be coming for the interview part. So if you have a good portfolio, that's the most important part. If you have good certifications, and if you have the relevant, I would say, academics based on to the company's requirement, then there is no challenge. Definitely the company will hire you. And this is not only because you have done an MBA or you have done, let's say, BCom. Even a non-commerce background students can also come into the investment banking, and they can also into the financial modeling. They can also come and they can look for the career options. Okay. But yeah, you should be fulfilling all the parameters what the company have. And the main parameter out of the given parameter, every company, what I have seen based on my experience, that is the practical understanding. All right, Soham?
Yes, it is pretty much clear. But can I just ask one more question, please?
Yes, please.
Yeah, on the practical side, after enrolling in the course, like
Hmm.
obviously I would be doing the projections and also the Excel analysis, income statement or whatever else
Hmm.
on my side as well for different companies, right? The
Right,
capstone projects that I'll be completing with you, that is a different part, but
right.
also I'll be improving my skills. So will this balance be enough for me to get into investment banking?
It is more than enough. Ultimately, if you will look at the overall curriculum of IIM skills training program, what you will find out, the kind of hands-on projects that you will be doing within the training program, these are not the dummy, I would say, projects. You will be working on to the real-time hands-on projects which are already there in the industry. It means if you will show your capstone projects report to anybody, they will be able to relate with it. I'll give you one example. Just give me a minute. So this is the IIM Skills financial modeling page. If you will scroll down onto this particular page, then you will see that, okay, if I have to go through with the hands-on project that I will be going through within this training program, because a lot of changes we have done within this particular training program. Give me a moment. Let me go back to the financial modeling section. Give me a moment. Let me open that page. Give me a few more seconds. I guess it is taking a bit extra time loading the page. Here it is. Let me see if that thing has got updated, because over the last 2 days we have been working onto these hands-on project portion only. Okay, as of now it has not been updated, but yeah, I'll do one thing. I'll share the list of the projects that you will be doing within this particular training program. Okay, I guess still it is yet to be updated. So the kind of hands-on project you will be doing within this particular training program, these are not the dummy projects. These will be the real-time projects that you will be working upon. Okay. And when you will show this as your work sample, as the overall reporting section, and if you will be showing your models based on these projects will be something that will be considered by a company. Okay. So definitely onto the initial level, into the backend job section, definitely your profile will be considered.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Most welcome. Other than
Yes.
Soham, if anybody else has a question, Aditya, Anika, Insha, Kaushik, we have Nikhil, Poonam Shinde, Prakash, we have Karthik, Sandeep, Sania, Soham, we had already discussed. Sudiksha, Vaishnavi, any one of you has a question? Yashita, you can ask your questions if you want. You can write down in the chat box, or in case if you want to unmute and ask your questions, you can ask your question. Okay, Insha says no question. What about others? If you do not have a question, guys, you can write down in the chat box so that I can move ahead to the next step. Everyone. Thank you so much, Kaushik. Thank you so much, Poonam, Aditya. Great, great. Seems no one have a question. Okay, so if you do not have a question, guys, so I have a question for all of you. I can see we have close to 15 students within this orientation session. Usually, whenever a person is looking for a training program, they have certain objectives. I would like to understand how many of you, those who are attending this session, are looking for a job after doing this course, and how many of you are looking to do freelancing? Or if any other objective of yours, if you have, you can simply write down in the chat box. So Insha Cap says job. What about others, guys? Soham. Okay, all right, Soham. What about others? Prakash. Okay, Vaishnavi says higher studies. Fine. Poonam says job. Okay. Karthik says only for the job. Nikhil is also looking for a job. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to share a very important part here with all of you so that you all will be able to, give a right approach towards this particular section. Let's say we are looking for a job. Now, to get a job, what all things are required? I am going to give a bit extra explanation what I have just discussed with Soham. I will expand this particular answer a bit more. As per you guys, if we have to get into a job part, that is into the financial modeling, what do you think what is required to get a job? Because once we will have the clarity that okay, this is required for a job, then we will be able to validate that okay, whether this particular course from IIM skills is valid for you or not, because then I can explain about it. What do you think, guys? If you need a job in general, what is required? You can write down in the chat box. Aditya says freelancing. Okay, Aditya, I'll come to that portion as well. For the job part or for the freelancing part, what is required? What do you think? Vaishnavi says skills. Okay, I'm just going to write it down here. Karthik says practical knowledge. I will not write down complete section. I'll just write only the main keyword. Okay. Projection says Soham. Anyone else would like to add anything else? Skills, practical understanding, good projection, good projects. I need your participation, everybody. Aditya says experience. Okay. Anyone else? We are 15 guys. See, ultimately, whether you do the course from IIM skills or not, that is a different part altogether. You people are actually spending your 1 hour here within this orientation session. So I would really appreciate do participate. Okay. At least you will be able to get some knowledge. Even if you're not looking for the course here, that is fine, but at least get some knowledge. Anyone else is adding something? Okay, no issues. I'm just going to add few more things. Som says good speaking. Yes, right. Let's say I'm writing here. And Yashita says exposure to real life industry projects. Okay, that is hands-on. All right. Perfect. I guess I am able to get moreover everything what I was looking from you guys. I would like to add I would like to give you a clarity that, okay, if in case you are targeting a job into the industry, what is required? Number one part, skills. When we say skills, it means it will be like overall understanding of the domain that is financial modeling. That is, you should be good in theory plus practical both. Okay, because when you have the clarity upon to the concept part, then only you can actually go for the execution part. Okay, so practical and theoretical understanding of the overall domain, that is coming under your skill sets. That is number one part. Number two, strong portfolio. That is so-called your experience, so-called your projection, so-called the practical part, so-called the hands-on part. Okay, strong portfolio you need to have. Now, why I am saying strong portfolio? In India, there is a problem. When there is one job that we usually see that, okay, there is one opening in XYZ company. For that particular one opening, you will see more than 100 applications. More than 100 applicants are actually applying for the same part. If I am an interviewer, I will not have that much of time where I will do the interview section for 100 out of 100, I would say, applicants. No, I will always shortlist out of 100. Let's say I will only shortlist 10 resumes. Now, the biggest problem in Indian market is once you are done with the course, clearing an interview is not something which is a challenging part. First of all, getting your name shortlisted for an interview, that is the most important part of the overall placement cycle whenever you will apply for a job. Okay. So getting your profile shortlisted, for that, what is required? A strong portfolio plus a good resume. Why? Because when I am looking at your resume, I am not talking to you. I am just interacting with the resume, what you have shared with me. Now, on your resume, you have to make sure you are sharing enough references of your work samples, which I can validate, which I can see. That is so-called your portfolio. That is number one part. Number two, you need to have a strong, I would say, LinkedIn profile as well. Before hiring you guys, every company nowadays, they are doing a background check and the overall research about you. They will look at your resume, they will look at your portfolio, they will look at your LinkedIn profile. Once they are satisfied with everything, then they will be coming to the certification part, that okay, you need to have some good certifications that will make your profile different from others, that will push me towards shortlisting your profile. So these all are the things what is required for the shortlisting part. This is only 50% job what is done as of now. Once all of this part is done and your profile is shortlisted, after that the main part is, here it is. It is mentioned here. You should be having a good spoken, I would say, part. See, ultimately in Indian market, English is the most, I would say, demanding language. Okay. And this is something which is globally in demand. You should be good at the spoken part. Every company will consider you while interviewing you. They will be looking at your the spoken part only. Okay, that is something what they are requiring. So I'm just adding here, that is your communication part. It should be strong. And how good you are in terms of I would say calculation part. Because when we talk about financial modeling, when we talk about making different models, you will be able to do all of these projections if you are actually good in terms of the calculation part. Okay. So if you have all of these things, then only the company will consider you. Otherwise, it doesn't matter whether you have done a course with IIM skills or you have done a course from XYZ Institute. If you are not up to, providing the satisfactory response to the company, then they will not consider your profile. Very simple. So make sure whichever course you are looking at, you should be getting all of this part into that particular course. If job is something what is required for you. This is for the job part, guys. I am adding one more part because someone has responded in the chat box that, okay, the person was looking for freelancing and the person's name was Kaushik. Mr. Kaushik has actually mentioned about freelancing. Now, if somebody is looking for a freelancing, first of all of this skill set is something that is required. That is something which is the mandatory part. Okay. Other than that, you need to have your own positioning in the market as a freelance financial modeler. Where exactly company will find that, okay, X person, Mr. Kaushik is someone who is a freelancer. So you need to have your own positioning in the market. Okay. Once you have that positioning, then only they will be able to see your profile, and then only they will be initiating the discussion process with you that, okay, why should I give my company work to you? What have you done? Then they will be talking about your uh, portfolio, the overall experience, the real-time case studies, how many you have deal and all. Okay. So this is all something what is required into this area. So make sure whichever course you are targeting, now you should be able to get all of this section into that area, then only you will get a job, otherwise you will not. Usually what happens, before enrolling into the course, you will be getting so many commitments from different people, but once you are enrolling into the course, uh, usually, this is something which is happening that, okay, the institute is not offering the services into the way it should be. Now the beauty of my training program is, when you will be doing the course with us, as Varun sir has already mentioned during the course, we will not be taking you with a fast rate. I would say we will not be in rush to complete the course. We will make sure that if you are doing X module, all the questions, all the doubts should be cleared before moving to the next module. And this is for every individual. Let's say if 10 students are attending the classes, only 8 students out of those are able to clear the test what we have offered. So only 8 students will go to the next module. Remaining 2 people will attend the same module once again. And we don't mind providing you the same module again and again. Why? Because we are offering a job guarantee course. We are taking the responsibility of your job. So for that, we are actually making sure that, okay, before reaching out to the course completion, you should be ready with everything. In this way, we will be, making you work within this training program. Now, without wasting much of your time, I'll talk about more that we provide from our side so that you can get more clarity. Let's say once you are enrolled into the course, after that, what will happen? Give me a moment. Once you are enrolled into the course, you will be getting your personalized account that is called Learning Management System. Now, what sort of support we will provide you after enrolling? I'm just going to explain about that, and then I'll talk a bit about the course and the upcoming course details and everything. Once you will be logging into your LMS, that is Learning Management System, you will find out only one course in your account, that is Financial Modeling and Valuation course. This one is the course that you will have. So what will happen if you will go to the curriculum part? Within every module, before attending XYZ module, there will be some sort of pre-reading material before attending the class. You will simply go for that particular module, go to the pre-reading material, click here, and then you can see what is the study material that you have to go through before attending the class. You can see there is a hyperlink that has been added. Okay. When you are attending a live class, there may be a possibility that multiple times you are not available due to certain reasons to attend a live class. So what we do in such case, we always record every live lecture, and we will always provide you the recording of that particular class in your learning management system. So even if you have missed any of your class, don't worry, just scroll down at the bottom and you can see the latest class recording here. And even whatever classes we had provided in past, you will be able to access all of those past recordings as well, right? So you are not going to miss anything out of it. So you will have the recording as a backup for lifetime. Why? Because you are able to access this LMS for lifetime. And after doing a specific class recording, or let's say attending a live class, there will be some sort of assignments. You can simply see here. Go to the assignment and you can see the assignment section. So within every module, you will be able to see the things like this only. There will be pre-reading material. If you will go to this, you can see the same section. Pre-reading material is a session recording and the assignment part. Okay. So you are not going to miss anything out of it. And once you are able to get the clearance on every section, then there is no point why the company will not consider your profile, because practically you are very strong. Okay. Now let me come to the course part that we are offering. When you landed to my website, I'm sure you all have already gone through the details. Financial Modeling Master Course is the course name. Duration of this particular training program is going to be 5 months. Okay. And within this 5 months, we will make sure everything of financial modeling from A to Z we are teaching you. More than 300 hours of course delivery it will be, where you will find out 125 hours plus live classes you will be attending, because Saturday and Sunday you have a class that is on 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and every Sunday. Other than these classes, you will have some doubt clearing sessions as well. That is into the weekends only. In the evening hours, you will always receive the notification over to your email that, okay, there is a doubt clearing session for X module, for Y module, right? So more than 125 hours classes in total within 5 months you will be attending. And whatever section you are learning within these 125 hours of classes, you have to work upon to the real-time projects or assignments that we will be providing you. And this will consume more than 175 plus hours. So we will make sure that, okay, you are getting enough practical exposure from our side, so that at the time of interview, you should not be finding yourself in a zone where if the company is giving you some work and you are unable to do that. This will not happen. Okay. If you will see onto the same page, this course that I'm talking about, financial modeling master course, it is registered with Government of India. It is in association with MSME, which is a Government of India body. And we have another association, that is Lisbon University, which is a UK based university. And this certification that you will be getting from Lisbon University, this has a global acceptance. Overall course curriculum, you already have the brochure with you. I do not need to explain more about it, but we are offering, the job part, the doubt clearing session, the mock interview preparation, everything you will be getting from IIM Skills, because the course that we are offering, that is a job oriented course, as Varun sir has already explained about it. Coming to this particular portion, we have 3 types of offerings within this particular training program. Okay, let me come down to this. Let me write it down for you guys. Now, when you landed to my website, there were 3 types of offerings. Number 1, self-learning. Number 2, master's course. And number 3, job guarantee. Now, self-learning course fees, if I talk about, it will be costing you 29,900 plus 18% taxes. Total will be 35,282 rupees. I'll also guide you that, okay, which course you should go and which course is relevant for which particular profile, okay? Master's course, if I talk about, course fees will be 49,900 plus 18% GST. So final fee for this particular training program will be 58,882 rupees. And if anybody is looking for a job guarantee training program where your main objective is to get job and you need that assurance from IIM Skills, then job guarantee course is the best course for you guys. This course is costing you 1,49,900 plus 18% taxes. Total course fees for this training program will be 1,76,882. This is about the course fees. Now, self-learning training program, I always suggest to someone who is already holding a good knowledge upon this financial modeling. If you are a person who already hold a good knowledge upon financial modeling and you just wanted to come into the domain and you wanted to have a kind of overview that, okay, what is going on in the industry, you wanted to see that, okay, what all things are new in the industry and you just need a certificate, you go for a self-learning training program. You do not require the master training program or a job guarantee training program. But if you are someone who is looking for a job, and if you are confident enough that, okay, I am here just to get the skill sets, I am here looking for the opportunities, and I'm confident enough that I can easily clear my interview. I just need some support. I just need the opportunities from an institute. In that case, I strongly suggest you go for the master's training program. This is the best training program. Why? Because you will be getting a proper support for the job. You will be getting n number of opportunities, unlimited opportunities. You have to make yourself ready to clear the interview. But if you are somebody who is desperately looking for a job and you need A to Z personalized mentorship, personalized support from IIM Skills, and you need a guarantee from IIM Skills that, hey, I'm here just to get a job, I want you to do the overall job for me. Okay, preparing me, helping me individually, all the assistance and everything. In that case, my strong suggestion for you guys is go for a job guarantee training program. Now, what are the differences between the master's training program and the job guarantee training program? Let me give you some clarity on that part. If I talk about content wise, the overall, I would say the structure what we have for the course, moreover, everything is same. There is no difference into the course content, except one part. If you are somebody who is looking for the freelance opportunities within the job guarantee training program, you will have additional classes for freelancing, that how to be a freelance financial modeler, how to do freelancing. This freelancing classes will not be the part of master's training program. Rest all the brochure section, the overall module section is same. This is the difference number one. Job guarantee will have freelancing opportunities or the freelancing classes, masters will not have. This is difference number one. Difference number two, this job guarantee training program is the training program that is having the Lisbon University Association. It means if somebody is looking for a Lisbon University certificate, mainly those guys who need the international recognition. In such case, a person should go for a job guarantee training program, because this Lisbon University certification or association is not the part of master's training program. Other than that, you will be able to get all the certificates, that is close to 6 certificates you will be getting within this in total. But here you will be getting total 7 certificate. Why? Because one additional certificate of Lisbon University is the part of it. This is the difference number 2. Difference number 3, if somebody is asking about the job part, here as well you will be getting support, mentorship, but here you will be getting group mentorship. Let's say there will be a group of 10 people and you will be getting one mentor for that particular 10 people group for the job assistance part. But here you will be getting personalized mentor. And that is the reason why the cost of this training program different from the given training program. Why? Because there is an additional resource that we are adding to make sure that an individual should be getting the job part. And by any chance, if we are unable to provide you with the job part in a given time duration, there is a money back policy. There is a job guarantee policy that we have already uploaded over the website. Here you can see that. If you will scroll down at the bottom, you can see there is a job guarantee policy. So if you will click on this, then you can see everything that, okay, what all are the things that I should be focusing in case if I am looking for a job guarantee training program. Okay. So if you can simply open this page in your free time, read out everything. And if you feel that, okay, I should be going for a job guarantee training program, you go for it. Okay. It seems like, okay, the site is a bit slow, or maybe my internet is, yeah, you can see everything is mentioned here. Who should apply for a job guarantee training program, what all are the things, everything, right? So everything is transparent. So now we are starting our fresh batch from tomorrow, that is 2nd of August. Those who are planning to start the training from tomorrow, they can simply go ahead, use this particular link that I am sharing with you guys, get yourself enrolled. And for the job part, do not worry. You simply share all of your things with IIM Skills. We will make sure that after completion of the overall process, it is our responsibility to get you placed. This is our support that we have been offering. It's been more than 10 years in the industry. So once you will open this particular link, you will be getting a page like this. If anybody is looking for a job assist training program, that is master's training program, simply enter the course fees, that is 58,882. Provide the details and proceed ahead. If anybody is looking for a job guarantee training program, simply provide your details, 1,76,882, and simply go ahead with it. Right? This is the way how you can go ahead. So this is all something what is what I was actually having in my bucket to share with you guys. Still, in case if you guys have a question, you can let me know. And also if you can answer me in the chat box that, okay, how many of you are planning to start from tomorrow's batch, so that I can give a kind of, quick confirmation from my side. because in tomorrow's batch, if I'm not wrong, before starting of the session, 2 enrollments I was looking more for tomorrow's batch. Later to it, we will be asking you guys to go for the next batch date. Okay. I am done from my side, guys. If any one of you have a question, I am ready to take down your questions. Aditya, Anika, Insha, Kaushik, Nikhil, Mr. Karthik, Sandeep, Sanya, Soham, Sudiksha, Vaishnavi, Yashita. Any one of you have a question? Soham says approximate date for next batch. Give me a moment. Let me see my calendar. Give me a moment, please. Other than this, if any one of you have a question, you can ask your questions, guys. So we will have later to it the next batch from 16th of August. Soham, 16th of August. You can even enroll for that batch. Anika says, sir, can we upgrade from master to PG after enrolling? Yes, Anika, you can enroll. So one more thing, guys, let's say if you are enrolling now for the master's training program, and after that you would like to upgrade to the job guarantee training program, you can do that, but there is a time limit. Within 1 month of you should update us that, okay, you want to update upgrade part. Okay. Anyone else has a question, guys? If no questions, you can write down in the chat, no questions, and I am good to go. Thank you so much, Kaushik. What about others? Most welcome, Anika. Thank you so much for the feedback. Perfect. It seems like there are no more questions. So thank you so much, everybody, sharing your 1 hour time with us. And those who are planning to start from 2nd of August, that is tomorrow, or if anybody is looking from 16th of August, the link will remain same. After enrolling, you can simply mention to your mentor that, okay, I would like to go for a 2nd of August or maybe 16th of August batch. Thank you so much, Mr. Karthik, for feedback. Great. Good to hear that. Thank you so much, Soham. Thank you so much, everybody. It seems like we are done. We are good to go. Once again, thank you so much, everybody. Looking forward to welcoming you in our training program. And I am finally closing the session now. Thank you so much, Somam. You have a good time. Take care. Bye.